Hello. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the rebuilt savings account and connecting it to Cryptohopper. As I said in the last two videos, the savings account module was going to be drastically simplified. Now let's start with one, I have TradingView loaded, and second, I have Cryptohopper loaded. And no, I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with this hot mess. But it's not really something I'm worried about at the moment. So, let's go back to TradingView. And we are going to load the savings account module. This module is extremely simple now. Let's go into it. That's the whole module. That's it. Now there's a lot of display noise that is useful, but we don't need to have it on the chart. So we're just going to go ahead and turn off all of the noise so that we can see a very simple savings account. Deviation of 2%, take profit of 2%. You really don't even have to do anything to this except set up your alerts. It's been set to work with just about every exchange on the market, which will produce a reasonable profit boundary. So at 2% take profit and 2% deviation. On the 7-minute chart, which basically equates to 24 days or roughly 1 month if you simply want to round it up for simplicity, you're going to make a 2.9% profit average. Your maximum buys per cycle are going to be 10. That is your minimum. Now, your maximum is going to be 50. This module breaks the entire volume of the coin down into 100 steps. Because we have a 2% deviation, that means we have 50 steps. So a minimum of 10 steps, but a maximum of 50 steps for the savings account module. This is set up and ready to go. We don't really need to do anything to it unless you want to simplify it and reduce your budget. For example, if you drop your deviation from 2% to 4%, you will go from a $600 budget to a $300 budget. So a very nice way of controlling your budget and a very reasonable way of managing the market in a simplistic and easy standpoint. That is exactly what this module is meant to be, the introduction to Jackrabbit. There's not a lot of moving parts, and it's very hard to break, but it does a very good job, and it is one of the most resilient approaches you can trade with. So we have this set up. Now let's go into Cryptohopper. We need to go to the marketplace. And then we need to go to the apps section. Once you are in the apps section, you need to find the TradingView app. This is your webhook. Never give it out to anyone, ever. Giving this out gives them control of your hopper. You will need this. This is an example message. For example, you pick your hopper, you pick the coin. Always pick market orders if your exchange allows it. And here is your message. So now let's set this up. We're going to slide this over, and there are multiple ways of doing this. You can click here, you can click here, or you can even click here. So pick a favorite, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you have your chart set on the right time frame before you set your alert up. We're going to click here. Always, always, always set the condition first. This will save you a lot of grief. Now, I prefer once per bar, so at the first opportunity it buys. You can try the other ones to see how they work for you, and paper trade first. Now, let's get rid of this. Now, this is a dead webhook, so it doesn't matter, but this is your webhook. The Cryptohopper webhook is important. Make sure you plug it in. Give it a name. Always give it a name. It will make it easier for you to find. And now, copy the alert. Copy this message exactly as it's given to you. Come back, get rid of the tracer, and paste the message. That easy. Click on Create, and now let's find our message. And there it is. This is the message we just created. Now, you can repeat this process for selling, but I'm going to show you how to cheat. Click on it once so that it's highlighted. Click on the copy button. Now, you've created a second one that's been cloned. Click on it. Click on the gear. Change buy to sell and your preferred method. I prefer once per minute, and I find that works well for my process. I don't want to mess with this, but carefully erase the word buy and change it to sell. Once you're made sure that this is the way it should be, click on Save. You now have an active buy alert and an active sell alert, and it plugged in everything you need for you, including your webhook. So, there you have it. That easy. Just make sure you never give out your webhook. And if it is ever given out by accident, or published by accident, or exposed. Just click on the Recreate button and it will destroy the old webhook and give you a new one. Always keep this webhook private. That is critical. Now, let's say you want to modify this alert. You can delete these and redo them, or you can simply, first let's make a change. Let's set this to 3% deviation, 1% take profit. Okay, now we have a different chart altogether. Now you can delete these and redo them from scratch. Or click on it, click on the little gear. Now get rid of the pop-up. Here is the old version. Here is the new version. If you're on a PC, this window is going to be messed up and shrunken, where you may not see all of the information. So just remember, the new version will always be at the bottom under the coin. Click on the new version. Nothing else changes. Not even your message changes. Click on Save. Selling is a little more difficult, but not much. Here's the current version of the alert. Here is the updated alert we want. Now notice it changed this back to buy asset. If you don't remember that, you're going to buy when you should be selling. And sadly, yes, I can say I have forgotten to change this. It's quite frustrating to try to figure out why something is purchasing when you know it should be selling. So please be sure to double check this when you change your alerts. Everything else is the same, and resave it. Editing in place is a little bit difficult sometimes, but once you get used to it, it's very easy. If you're on a Windows system, it can be complicated because of that window being shrunken. Now you can adjust these settings through your accessibility features either in the browser or in Windows itself. I use a tablet for this because it just makes the job easier and less frustrating. But there are literally dozens of different ways of getting the process done. So as you can see, simple and easy to understand information. Not difficult. The savings account module is the very first step when learning Jackrabbit TV. This gets you into the game and gets you to where you can start earning money while you are learning. This works with 3 commas, Cryptohopper, which is my preferred choice for beginning, FrostyBot, Tap, and any other asset program that lets you use webhooks. I like Cryptohopper because the dashboard makes it easy. It's a great beginning place and it does well. And it's very easy to find what you need for the most part. You just have to remember that the apps section is under the marketplace. And if you don't see it here, it may be on the main menu itself. So apps, which will load this screen, and then go down to TradingView, which will load the app itself that we want to be in, your webhook, your message. Once you've done this enough times, you begin to see just how easy it is to do on a regular basis. Just remember to always check your work and take your time. And of course, you can scroll back and see how your coin choice will proceed on TradingView. The advantages of the savings account module in the beginning is very simple. It's a one module complete system that works very nicely with the TradingView Pro account. If you get a 50% discount for the account, it's only $7.50 a month. Always make sure you get the discount. And quite often you can write TradingView support and they will give you a discount code. So, when you're first starting, this is the perfect way to start with minimal expenses. With respect to Cryptohopper itself, if you're using only TradingView, an Explorer subscription is a very cost-effective way to go. At only $20 a month, and then TradingView at $7.50, your maximum overhead is only going to be $27 a month. Between those, the Jackrabbit TV premium is $25. So total, you are just over $50, and that is quite attainable with a reasonable budget of a minimum of $1,000 a month. Personally, I prefer around $1,200 just to keep my math easy to figure out in my head and give me a little bit of extra room. But you can do it with $1,000 very easily with the right coin choice. In fact, if you set with a minimum of 4% deviation, you can trade 4 coins with a $1,200 budget. And it does quite generous. So let's set this to a reasonable approach. And you can see it does well. Now, this approach works for every single exchange. But if you're on Binance, you can go down to 1% and be very comfortable. If you're on Coinbase Pro, you cannot lower your take profit because the fees will simply eat you alive. So make sure you understand your trading fees before you set your take profit. And this tells you that right now, its maximum would be about $77 if you are using the exchange minimum of $11, which is what this exchange allows. If your exchange is minimum $20, then you are going to be at $140. So it's easy to figure out exactly what your maximum budget is going to be per coin on the basis of your deviation and your position size. Of course, you can go through and check which coins are going to give you the best opportunities. The lower this number, the better. And if you're into a little bit more aggressive trading, picking a smaller time frame does well also. The savings account is meant to be a comparison to a standard savings account you would have in a bank. The goal is to generate more money in 1 year with this module than you would if you just let your money sit in a savings account. It's not meant to win races. And just like a savings account, it does require patience. But that patience will be rewarded in that you will get a higher return with Jackrabbit's savings account module than you will with a regular bank savings account. It's not meant to be an aggressive process or a necessarily fast process. If you have a good bull market, it can do wonderful. If you have a bear market, it will take its time, as you see here. When a coin is in a downtrend, it simply accumulates appropriately. But even still, the process does well. Hopefully this will help make the savings account easier to use and bring it back to what it was always meant to be, at beginning steps. Be sure to like, subscribe. If you know somebody that's struggling, show them this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or one on the Jackrabbit support server, and you'll find that link in the description. Until next time.